So then we walk around to Nate, and, I was kind of just dying all over the place at this point, because Nate has been, you know, like, so important to me for, what? I haven't showered. That's probably an issue. I'm disgusting. Okay. I'm kind of getting emotional right now. Nate, just, I don't even have to talk about Nate. I can just show you this. Yeah, I've already got 8x10s framed. By the way, don't get these frames. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But he was just perfect. I handed him my lyric journal, and he was like, I'm sorry. I handed him my lyric journal. I was like, will you sign it? And he was like, I don't want to ruin it. I was like, you won't ruin it, I promise. You can sign it. And he's opening it, and he's looking through it, and there's tears everywhere. And he's like, I can't believe you write my lyrics out like this. This is just so special to me. I was like, yeah, hey. I was like, can I have a picture? And he was like, yes, come here. And so I grabbed him, and I hand my camera to this girl, and she can't figure it out how to work it. So she was like, what do we do? And we hand it to, we hand my camera to Michael, but Michael got a set list, so he's like holding my camera and holding the set list, and like the set list is kind of flopping in front of the lens. So I'm like starting to talk, and I'm saying, Michael, move it. And Nate just reaches out. You kind of cut off his arm over here. But Nate just reaches out and like half holds the camera and half is like holding the set list, and he's just like, and I'm like, Michael, you stupid, you're ruining my photo. And I don't even care. I'm just glad this happened. I forgot to show you this one. I'll keep showing you photos while I talk, because I know I'm boring as hell. I'm gonna upload all these later, because I seriously got some good shots. I don't even know, like, how it was possible. I was just literally I got some wallet size. I'm literally gonna put these in my wallet, and I'm gonna put these in my binder. And he just squatted down, and I was, like, starting to snap pictures, and he heard my camera snapping, so he goes, and just like, Andrew, you perfect thing, and God, these people, this made my night. This also. But, this is a good photo. But, still crying about Nate. So, I was like, Nate, I don't know where I was anymore, so I'm just gonna start with this. I was like, Nate, I have Jack's present, and he's not out here, what do I do with it? And Nate was like, I can take it to give him to him, it's okay. And I was like, thank you so much. So I just left it with Nate, and I walked away, and they had a bunch of boxes that they kept their stuff in over, like the whole crowd is over here around Nate and Andrew. And I'm just standing up on these boxes, and I start taking pictures, like, down into them, like, you know, talking to people. And, I keep hearing people say, Jack's here, Jack's here. And I was like, oh, sweet, Jack's here? And I was, like, trying to see him from on top of the boxes. Guys, I'm 5'3", like, I wasn't gonna see him any other way. And someone goes, Jess, and, like, Michael started going, Jess, get here, come here. And someone goes, he's opening your present, and I was like, what? And I jumped down off the boxes, and, like, there's this whole crowd of tight people around Jack, and it's just, like, this big. And I just start, like, I'm being rude, I'm not even gonna lie with you. I was just like, excuse me, that's my, excuse me. And there are two people standing in front of them, and I stick my head right here. So I'm, like, down on the ground, and I stick my head up, and I go, hi, Jack, that's from me. And then when I said that, he just the look on his face. And all the people move, and they, like, make this circle for me and Jack. So we're just standing in the middle of the circle, and Michael's mom gets behind me, and she starts recording this. So as soon as they get home, they're still probably down there. As soon as they get home, I'll have a video of all this. But Jack just, he's, like, half opened it. I don't know what he's seen and, like, hasn't seen, but he was like, come here, I need to hug you. And he just pulls me into this more loving embrace. And I lost it a little bit then. I was crying a little. And I kept just doing this, and, like, Jack was saying words, like, he was making conversation. I was just going, oh. And he goes, you look so familiar. And I was like, and he was like, do we tweet? And I was like, and then, he keeps going through it. And he pulls out the Walgreens card, and like on the back of it, I had printed out one of his tweets where he was talking about, it was like, I love Walgreens, and I printed out and I taped it to the Walgreens card. And so he sees the front, and he's grinning like an idiot, and he sees the back, and he starts just laughing. And he goes, I love Walgreens, I love... And like Nate's way over here, and he's got like 50 people around him, right? And Jack goes, Nate, look at this, look, she got me Walgreens, Nate, have you... And Nate's just like, yeah, Jack, I don't care about your Walgreens. She got me, you got me. Come here. And, you know, we do the hug again. And, he sees the kite, and he's like, it's the kite. And I was like, I'm gonna fly this kite. I will fly this kite. I will use this Walgreens card. And I was like, you fly the kite at Walgreens. And he was like, I'll fly this kite at Walgreens. And then, he, like, sees other stuff, and he's like, mustaches and dinosaurs, and, and, I was like, can I have a picture? And he was like, yes. And, we just kind of, like, with all the guys I've wrapped I didn't do this whole thing. Like, I was doing this around, and I do this, and Jack just, like, gets me, and we have this moment where we're just in each other's arms. And then this was produced, and, like, down here was all the cuddling armness, but Michael's retarded, and, like, I'm surprised my face even got in this photo because Michael's so bad with my camera. Like, Michael, like, do you see this? You cut off the cuddliness. We were just... Okay, anyways. I feel stupid now. Anyways, so that happens, and I was like, thank you so much, Jack. And I'm, like, trying to get out of the way so other people can meet him because I feel like I've hogged up all this time, and there's all these people just, like, watching us have our Tinder moment. And I was like, okay, thank you, Jack, thank you, bye. And then he was like, wait, blah, 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 I hope I see you at another show. I'll see you at another show, right? And I was like, bye, Jack. And he was like, no, wait. And then I turned around and I was like, wait, you're going to hate me, but can you sign this? And he hadn't seen it yet. And Jack and Andrew, or Nate and Andrew had seen it before they signed it. So I hand it to Jack, and this is exactly what he does. God damn. And I was like... And he's like, no, wait, I won't go through it, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, you can, it's okay. And he just kind of slowly flips through it. And I was like, it's just lyrics that mean a lot to me. It's mostly fun and format. There's some Steel Train in there, and that man just he freaked out. He was like, how did you even do this? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I don't want to sign this. I'm going to ruin it. I'm like, Jack, just like, come on, just sign it. But, yeah, Jack signed it. And we hugged. And he was like, bye, I'm gonna see you again. Thank you so much. You're the best. This is, like, people get us presents all the time, but you're just the best. This video is 20 minutes long. My God. I'm so sorry. No one's gonna watch this, are they? Okay. But, yeah, and then I walked away from Jackers. And I passed Will, and he was talking to some girls, so I didn't really want to interrupt. And this is exactly what I go. I have an armful of stuff, you know? Like, I have this t-shirt. And I've decided that I'm going to buy a frame and just frame this in my room. I'm not going to wear it. I'm just going to frame it. But, I see Nooners and I'm holding all this stuff and I go, Nooners! Great show! And he was like, thanks so much. And I was like, I love you. This is a heart. It's half a heart. And he was like, yeah, I get that. Thank you. I was like, okay, yeah, good show. I love you, Nooners. Okay, bye. See you later, you crazy kid. So we leave. I'm repping the fun. Wow, this is backwards. That's really hard. I'm repping the fun and the Steel Train today. This is so good. Anyways, we leave there. We go to this, like, sports bar. It was the only place open at 1:30. And so I order these mozzarella sticks, you know, and I'm sitting there with my mozzarella sticks and I'm just chowing. And, I start getting tweets on my phone because it says Andrew girl, and I'm like, that's Twitter. And Andrew said something like, Carbordio. I love it here. Like, great show, I love it here. And I was like, Andrew. And then Jack was like, thank you to the few people who made the night really special. You know who you are. It was such a great show or something. And I just said, thank you so much, Jack. You mean the world to me. And, like, before I even had time to, like, eat another mozzarella stick, I got a reply, and it was Jack, and he said, seriously, you're the best. And I just died in the restaurant. And just... They're the most special, like, I'm gonna cry again, okay. for 3 years, I've just, I've sat in this room, and I've written their lyrics on my walls with Sharpies, and on my mirror, and I've painted them, and I've laid in this bed that I'm sitting on 100 nights before and imagined, what if I got to this concert? What would this happen? Oh, and I would say this, and I would do this, and oh, what if this happened? And God, this sweatshirt's soaking wet. But I was like, oh, I would do this, and then what if this happened? Oh, and like before the concert started, I was almost in my mind. I was kind of having my quiet time. It was cold as hell out. No, hell's not cold. It was so cold out there, so I was just kind of sitting there quiet, and I was like, what if it doesn't? It's not as good as I've built it up to be. And I was like, no, get that out of here. It's fun. Of course it's gonna be good, but I get in there and I was like, oh, what if I meet them and they're just like, oh, like I thought they would like see their present. I didn't even anticipate them like opening it, especially opening it one-on-one like it was. But I just thought they'd be like, this is so cool, thank you, bye, and then move on to the next person. That would have made it all worth it. But they took time and looked at each individual thing and said thank you a million. Just those people, they didn't have to do what they did for anyone. Like, they didn't have to take time to have conversation and take pictures and do autographs, and they were exhausted, but they were so happy. And like Jack shut his eyes in one of the photos I took, and I was like, your eyes are shut. And he goes, here, we can do it again. Guys, I have all night. And he's just, like, hugging us all. He's like, I can do this forever. Come on. Like, just bring it on. And, like, Nate's security guard was like, come on, we're leaving. And people were like, wait, one more picture. And Nate was like, just let me get this one. Just let me do her, and then her, and then her. And the security guard's like, Nate, come on, let's go. And Nate was like, wait, let me, and just... I don't regret a single second that I've spent obsessing over this band and blogging about this band and dedicating my life to this band. And this video is 25 minutes long, and I've cried, and I need to stop, and I need to sleep, and I need to shower. But first, I'll upload my concert photos, and I probably won't post them all on Tumblr, but they'll definitely all go on my Facebook. So if you haven't added me, why not? Half my friends are not real life people anymore, so add me. On Facebook, there's a link in my About Me, and you can see all my photos and the albums, and you can comment on them, and you can add me as a friend, and we can talk about it. It'll be beautiful. And if you're still watching this, I love you, and you should tell me that you watched it all the way through, because I feel like no one's gonna commit 30 minutes of their day to this nonsense. But this was better than me typing out and you having to read it for 20 minutes, because it wouldn't have made sense, and there would have been a lot of ASDL, JKF, 29746 colon, I almost said colonoscopy in that. I'm so itchy. I think it's because I'm disgusting from the concert, but okay, bye.